Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anything Blows. My name's Andrew, and today I'm proud to be joined by a very special guest. Not only am I proud to be joined by a very special guest, but I'm proud to be joined by the main event on Top Tier's Chaos Show, Johnny Clark's Top Tier, February the 10th, against James Ozzy Osborne. Grant Dennis, how you doing, my brother?
I'm all good, bro. How you doing, bruv?
I'm good. Delighted to be here with you in person. Great way to end off a Sunday, and yeah, just honored to have you on. I did miss you out on the media day, but as I always say, and as my sayings go, it'll all make sense in the end, and everything's God's plan. So it wasn't meant to be then, but I've got you on now. One thing I want to take you back, and it's different for everyone else, and I like to hear their opinions and their stories. Where did the desire come from for Grant Dennis to become a professional boxer?
You know what? I become a pro boxer at 30, which a lot of people would have said that was quite a late transaction into the pro game. But you know, I become a dad early in my life, and to be honest, it was always my desire to be a professional. In and out of the sport when I was younger. Obviously, I had to provide, and you do the things as a youngster, the youngsters do. But yeah, when I become like about 20, 28, 29, my mum passed away at 25. And then after my mum passed away, I totally dedicated myself to boxing, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna turn pro. I turned pro at 30 with my boy who became my manager, Joe Alfeed. He was a professional himself, and like I say, the rest is history. That's 10 years ago now, man. It's gone kind of quick as well, and a lot has happened in that time. You know what I mean?
I love to hear that. May her soul forever rest in peace, and everything, as I said, happens for a reason. I love that story. It's unique, it's special, it's different. And one thing I go off of, obviously, in the UFC as well as boxing, Badou Jack, I believe he was 39 years of age to become three-time champion, win the cruiserweight title, and then Glover Teixeira, UFC fighter, became champion at 41 years of age. So nothing's ever too late. So take us there. Before we get on to February the 10th, what has been your most notable / favorite fight you've had in your career so far, and what's been the favorite venue you fought in?
Are you still there? Sorry, you went weird. You know, a favourable fight. I always loved winning my first major title against Nicky Gemman. That was a good one, Southern area. But electricity wise and atmosphere wise would have to be in Dublin against Kevin Ajarko on the Katie Taylor undercard. That was amazing, man. Walking out there, it was like when my song started, my name got announced, and I walked out and I looked around and I was like, wow, this is what, when I first walked in the gym, when I was watching TV as a kid, watching boxing, this was what it was about, man. You know, you put on them virtual reality glasses and you play like Creed and you look around, you think, wow, look at this. That's what it was like. And it's like, this is where I was meant to be. This is what it's about. This is living the dream, bro. And you know, all them years working in warehouses, on sites, and always daydreaming about that moment. And that moment was there right in my face. It's something that you can't ever forget, and something I will cherish for the rest of my life, man. It's amazing. Being part of every fight's amazing. Being in the professional ranks, being in the ring, fighting, getting my hand raised, coming off of defeats, coming off of the deck, cuts. I've been through it all. It is what it is. I'm a veteran now in this game. So it's not a lot I haven't seen, but trust me, there's a lot more to come. Do you know what I mean? And like you say, my age is nothing but a number. And for me, I'm in the best shape and best mindset of my life. You know what I'm saying?
I love to hear it. And the people watching this interview when it comes out at home can see the physical condition you're in. It's like the abs, and well, you can't see the abs, but like the muscles are coming through the screen.
Yeah, let's go, bro. I'm preparing, like I said on the day, I'm preparing for this fight like it was my world title, because I'm coming back for loss. I've got a lot to prove, not to people. I've got a lot to prove to me. So nothing against James. Nothing, he's a cool dude, but I've got to go in there. I've got to do the business against him, and I'm going to do it in style. And the best Grant Dennis will be there on the 10th of February. That's without a doubt. I feel amazing. I'm running, I'm floating. My mindset is just there, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do my thing, man.
I love to hear that. And as you said, that's motivational, not just to you, not just to myself, but what you've been through and to where you are today. As you say, the closest comparison I can feel, because I've actually not put on a VR headset, it would be probably, you know, when you open the OG, I'm gonna say the original Black Ops, and the loading screen, and you're just waking up. It kind of feels like you've just woken up to reality. And when you take it in and you sink it in, and that's you in that position, it's no longer watching it back. It's no longer 3D or 4D. That is actually you, and that is really cool. And as you say there, with age being just a number, I think this has been heavily talked about. He's only 4-0. You're obviously 18-6. Obviously coming off 2 defeats, which we'll get onto in a moment. But why did you take this fight? Because I wouldn't call it a mismatch. I don't think fans are calling it a mismatch because he has heavy hands. He's a heavy hitter. But if you look record wise, it's a massive step for him.
Because he's an ambitious and hungry young dude coming through the ranks. At the end of the day, I could have got a journeyman just to get a win and then go into maybe another quite big televised fight, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I needed to get my teeth stuck into someone, and I know he's going to bring it. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm not looking at him as a stepping stone. I'm not going to disrespect the dude like that. But for me, he's a good, live, heavy-handed opponent, and he's going to bring it. And for me, that will bring the best out of me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a great opportunity for me to showcase what I'm about against an undefeated guy. You know what I'm saying?
I love to hear it. And as you said there, it looks even better on your record. Not only does he have a winning record, he's undefeated. And as you said, for him, if he beats you, it is a massive shock, but it looks golden. So at the same time, people are saying, oh, what does this win do for you? But if it was roles reverse, it does the world for him. So we're going to go on to then the Chaos Show, top to February 10th in Brentwood, main event. 2 questions here. Does it phase you being main event? And how's it feel fighting in the Brentwood Centre on top tier?
It's always good fighting there. This would be my 3rd time I fought there, I believe. No, first on, last on, middle, it don't bother me. It's a boxing ring. Someone's going to try and punch me, and I'm going to punch them. And I've been there, done it, got the T-shirt. It doesn't matter. It's an honour to be top of the bill as a main event, but it's just a fight, and that's how I look at it, bro. Like I say, I've been in this game a decade now, so a fight's a fight, a win's a win, and I will go on after this fight to bigger honours and bigger things. Like I say, there's a lot for me to still achieve in this sport, but I've got to get the job done February the 10th, and that is why I'm not taking nothing for granted. I'm training like an absolute beast, and I feel in great shape right now. Like I said, I can fight right now, man, and I feel great. And in 4 weeks' time, I'm going to be in the shape of my life, ready to deal with the matter what's in front of me.
I love to hear that, and I love that mindset. One thing I want to say there, what do you know about your opponent, James Osborne? Apart from being 4-0 and undefeated, his last fight was meant to be against George O'Leary for the Commonwealth Silver title, so it shows that he's in title contention, but what else do you know about him?
Not a lot, man. Like I say, like all these guys, they're young, hungry contenders. They want to do the best out of the sport. He's a family man by the looks of it. I saw like that he was there with his missus and his children. He wants to do what's right for him, for his life, and make a name for himself in the sport, like all of us do. We're all here for the same reason, man. We want to put food in our mouth, and our way out is with these. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's all I know. He's going to be young. He's going to be hungry. Every man with a heartbeat, 2 hands, and an O in their batty is a danger. But I won't take that for granted, and I will be on the ball. You're going to see the best of me. You're going to see the best of me on the night.
I love to hear it. And it's a 10-round contest. Do you envision a stoppage, or do you see it going to decision?
If I see the stoppage, it'll be there, and I will take it. You're going to see a boxing skill set, and like I say, every time I box that super middle, I normally stop the guy. So I'm strong there, man. I started my career at super middle, and let's see how it goes, bro. But there's always a stoppage. I know I can punch. A lot of the times I use my skill set. I like to set traps, but if the stoppage there, I'm gonna take it.
And you envision a clear brutal KO or a TKO?
Hey, whatever comes. Listen, I don't envision nothing apart from a win. I want to get the W. So if the knockout's there, I'll take it. If I've got to do a points victory and showcase my skills, that's what I'll do. You know. like I say, I'm prepared for anything. I always prepare for 15 rounds, let alone 10. You know what I mean? So
I love it, like the good old days. Another few things just before we move on from this. You are obviously coming off of two losses. Two questions there. How do you feel coming off of two losses into this fight? Because you look very confident. You don't just look back and feel the confidence coming. And how do you come back from a loss, which you have done before in the past, and go back onto winning ways?
winning by this mindset, man. I take every loss like alpha lesson, and like the last loss, I'm not gonna lie, that was only 20% on myself because of a weight issue. But there's no excuses. That's how it is. That's how it is. And I lost the fight. Kevin Ajako was a good fight. He's a skillful kid, and that was a good fight, man. So I'll take the positives out of both of them fights. There's not a lot of positives I could take out of the last one, but I would take what positives I can and work on every single negative. And that's how I've been throughout my career, bro.
I love to hear it. And that's another one of my favorite quotes. In every negative, you see the positives. Another thing that just before we round off on February the 10th is how was the face to face? And I saw you were just posting a few things on social media recently.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like I said, there's no animosity there, man. He's an all right guy. We both know we got a job to do. We both know what this game is about. He didn't talk no shit to me. I didn't talk no smack to him. I'm always gonna say tongue-in-cheek stuff. That's who I am. That's my personality, and that's who I am in the ring as well. So no animosity. I've got a job to do. I'm fully focused now. I think people can see I'm fully focused on this fight, and like I say, you're going to see the best Grant Dennis on the 10th of February. That goes without a doubt.
I love to hear it. And last question on February the 10th. I know it's a little bit of a cheeky one, and I don't expect to have an answer here, but maybe we can get a genre. What do you expect? No, what do you expect? What can fans expect? And what is your walkout song going to be on the night?
I don't know yet. You know what? Sometimes I only pick that the day before. So I've got a few in mind, but I don't know yet.
We keep it secret, and it will be the last song we hear on the night. Now, a few questions I should have asked earlier, and before rounding off, what was your amateur record and your amateur career? Break it down, and any notable achievements?
There was no notable achievements. I had a very little amateur career. I was within the amateur gyms for a long time when I was younger, but I had very minimal amateur fights. I started off as a heavyweight. I couldn't really get fights, and like I said, as an amateur, I didn't take it serious really. I become a dad at 17, become a dad at 19. So a lot of my time was having kids when I was younger. I'd be in the gym, out of the gym, in the gym, out of the gym. And it weren't until I got a little bit older that I took it totally serious. So I've always been an athlete. I played like football at a decent level, but boxing was truly my love. It was all self-dependent boxing was. It was all down to you. And there's no lie in that ring. If you haven't put the work in, it's going to show. So for me, that's the aspect of boxing I loved. But for me, it's all about my pro career. I didn't really have a notable amateur career, but my pro career is the one that's going to show.
I love to hear it, and it's just going up and up and up from here. And Grant Dennis's stock is rising. I wanted to ask you, what gym do you train out of? Who's your head coach, and who are the notable names in your gym?
So yeah, I am training out of Kent Gloves in Chatham. The owner of that is a guy called Dave Shepherd, and my head trainer is called Veron Kwame. My second is Pat Hawley, and you know everyone in Kent Gloves gym know who they are. You know, it's a great gym. All the amateur kids there are definitely prospects to look out for as well, and you know it's probably one of the best gyms, amateur gyms in the country. The facility is amazing. So yeah, man, Kent Gloves, check it out.
Love to hear it. Big shout out. And one thing I wanted to ask you there, you mentioned kids. Who's your biggest motivation in life, and what is the reason you fight for?
All my children. I've got 5 children. I've got 2 older sons. They're older, but my children. And you know, I fight for me as well. Do you know what I mean? Because without me, I wanna pass down to my children for them to look up to someone, you know, who grabbed opportunities with his hands, wasn't shy of or scared of, you know, losing or taking opportunities, because taking the opportunity is the only way that you're going to climb the mountain, man. So for me, I like to give back to my children and just show them, don't be afraid to fail, because the most the most successful people in the world have failed more than the not successful. You know what I'm saying?
100%. A few things that come to mind very quickly is Michael Jordan. He didn't make his college basketball team, and we know how big that is out there in the States. And it's either him or LeBron, but I'm not going to answer that question. But I'm a Lakers fan. And then again, one of my favorite quotes of his is, why think about missing a shot you haven't taken? Like you said, you're going for greatness. You can't stay on the fence. You said you could go for a journeyman. You could get an easy win. If you want to win the world titles, if you want to win British titles, you've got to go out there. There's no staying on the fence or taking the safety. You understand what I'm trying to say, essentially. No staying on the safety zone, and also you've got to go through it, because, like I said, this is the life we live, and that's the definition of Johnny Clark's 50-50. Just for we round. Oh, pardon, sorry.
No, that's what it's about, bro. If you don't jump, how you know you can fly? That's a metaphor. Don't jump. Do you know what I mean? But if you jump, how you know you can fly? And that's how I approach life, man. That's it.
I love to hear it, Grant. Penultimate question, just before I let you go. What is your one motivational message to the world of fans to block out the outside noise, block out the negativity, block out the haters, and for them to follow and pursue their dreams?
Do you? Do you? That's it.
I love to hear that. And rounding off, what can fans expect? Obviously, you've broken it down slightly earlier, but what is your one final message to the fans, and what can they expect on February the 10th, main event against James Osborne in the Brentwood Centre on the Chaos Show?
Entertainment, skills, and something beautiful, something magical. I'm gonna be on top form. I'm confident, man. Confident, and I'm relishing this moment. Trust me, every inch, every little bit. I'm on it, man. I'm on it.
I love to hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Grant Dennis versus James Osborne in the Brentwood Centre, February 10th on Top Tier, Johnny Clark's Chaos Show.
Subscribe to Anything Blows.